Hi, I'm Janet Neal. I'm the author of Soul in Control, Reflections of a Reformed Superwoman. Yes, I am a Reformed Superwoman. I went from being a person who felt like she had to do everything herself, had to do everything perfectly, had to do everything, to knowing and understanding that I only needed to do what was right for me and to listen to the wisdom of my soul. This book is a compilation of stories, vignettes, insights that I've gathered over this 10-year journey that I've been on and continue to be on. I'd love to read to you today the introduction to it, and I plan on the next weeks to come reading you more excerpts from it. The book is available on Amazon or on my website at www.janetmneal.com. This is the introduction. It was the hair gel that woke me up. Up until then, I was able to dismiss the other blunders, barely acknowledging the pattern that was emerging. But as that extra firm hair gel started to grip and hold, it got my attention. Even though I'd used it daily for weeks, I'd never really appreciated its strength before, not until that day that I applied it to my face. Sure, I had a lot on my plate. Who doesn't? Selling a house, buying a new one, juggling home, work, a new puppy, and a new relationship. It was all just more. The balls were still being juggled effectively, and I was getting by. Or so I thought. It was really the application of the hair gel to my face that finally made me wake up. Earlier in the week, in the midst of the angst of home selling and contemplating the next steps of my business, I received an email which essentially shook me up and started the unraveling of my very loosely held together life. It seemed that the newsletter that I had been publishing for the past 6 years had a title that was owned by another person. This fact was brought to my attention through an email encouraging me to cease and desist any and all use of the name. In truth, this was really not a big deal, except to me. That name was part of my identity and the work of which I am proud. The email served to unleash a plethora of emotions that I had buried while attending to a very busy life and left me feeling frustrated, angry, with a huge resentment that I was not willing to release. I planned and schemed and ran through a vast number of scenarios ranging from downright evil to Zen-like magnificent. My righteous indignation ran amok, and that was not all that ran amok. In one day, I sent 2 email introductions to the wrong people. Raymond received one intended for Randy, and Carla R. received Carla L's one instead. Now, instead of the name of a placement firm, the recipient got the name of a pizza place. And instead of an entrepreneur, they got an executive. A cosmic mismatch. Then I received a call from my insurance agent who was wondering what happened to my monthly payment. I knew I'd sent it electronically. It was later in the day that I received the thank you from Sears for the unexpected, unnecessary payment, which of course should have gone to State Farm. And then I put the hair gel on my face. As the gel hardened and shocked me back to the here and now, it literally made me stop and look at myself in the mirror. I was forced to slow down and face the fact that I was feeling no longer in control of the many moving parts of my life. Doing everything by myself just wasn't working. Something needed to change. I flashed on the story of the Buddhist monks and the woman at the stream. It goes like this. 2 monks were traveling together when they came to a river with a strong current. As the monks were preparing to cross the river, they saw a very young and beautiful woman also attempting to cross. The woman asked the monks if they could help her. The younger of the 2 monks hesitated as they were not supposed to have any physical contact with women. The older monk gently motioned the woman onto his back and proceeded to help the woman across the river. Upon reaching the other bank of the river, the woman got down, thanked the monks, and went away. As the monks continued their journey, The younger monk became increasingly agitated and finally spoke out. "Brother, you know we're not permitted to have any contact with women. How could you carry that woman on your shoulders?" The older monk looked at him and softly replied, "You are right, I did carry that woman. But I have already put her down many hours ago after we crossed the river. Why are you still carrying her?" I realized that I was carrying a whole mountain of things with me. To-do lists from the present, expectations for the future, burdens from the past, and the magnitude of it was clouding my vision, my thoughts, and my ability to function effectively. One by one, I had to acknowledge and let go of the angers, the resentments, the perceptions, the opinions that had nothing to do but weigh me down and misdirect my life. High on my items to release list was this newsletter. With an acknowledgement to what was right, a release of my pride, and through a synchronistic conversation with a friend, I let go of the old newsletter name and welcomed in the new version called A Balanced Perspective. This book is a compilation of articles written during my journey and going from living a controlled life that was led by my ego, my mind, and my thoughts, to living a life of grace and ease where I invite my soul to be in control. Think of this book as your karmic wake-up call. If that doesn't work, a little extra firm hair gel to the face may do the trick. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy the book. Go to my website, www.janetmneal.com. Thanks.